Well, hello one and all. It's about Ukraine and what a business that is. Gosh, I've been speaking to Moscow. I've been speaking to our highest level people in Moscow, and they're quite high level, to be honest. And what does Putin want? This has bewildered me, because you would think, you'd think he had enough. You'd think he's doing reasonably well, wouldn't you say? And then he could do a peace settlement and gain whatever he wants, really. But why is he fighting on? Well, what does he want? What does he want? I spoke to Moscow, and this is what they said to me. They said the requirements, and they said Putin actually stated this when he was briefing the leadership of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the parameters for peace in Ukraine. So this is what Putin said inside to his own people about the parameters for peace when he was briefing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, okay? He wants the withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, Zaporizhia to their administrative borders at the time they joined Ukraine. Out. Well, he occupies most of those. That's what he wants. This is his bottom line. You're hearing his bottom line from his mouth via me. This is what Putin says. He wants the withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from these little places, these provinces. Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, Zaporizhia regions. That's the first thing. Second thing, he wants the consolidation of Ukraine's non-aligned, neutral, and nuclear-free weapons status. That is, well, all that's just jingo. What he wants is Ukraine committing to not joining NATO. Well, it's not going to happen anyway, is it? The United States would veto it. It's not going to happen. But yeah, he wants Ukraine to say so. He wants the official recognition, third thing, of Crimea and Sevastopol, as well as the four regions, Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia, as regions of Russia by Ukraine. He wants and this is greedy now, he wants the removal of all Western sanctions from the Russian Federation. Okay, this is straight from Moscow via me to you. This is Putin's desire. He can have most of this stuff. He can have it. But will he stop fighting? If he would enter peace discussions, I don't know. Honestly, it's disgraceful, really. Let's just look again at the status of the situation. President Vladimir Putin called for peace talks, proposing that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky come to Moscow to talk. Oh, come on. You know what's happened to previous opposition leaders. They drink a cup of poison, come to Moscow. He also warned at an economic forum in Vladivostok that if Western troops deployed to Ukraine, they would be regarded as legitimate targets for Russian attack. There's a new axis, of course. Kim Jong-un of North Korea and Putin, they all were in Beijing for a major military parade. Axis of power. A new fraternal axis of power. And there's an new axis in the West. Leaders from 26 countries met in Paris as the coalition of the willing. To do what? They didn't say. God knows. But basically they were reassuring Ukraine that there would be the deployment of Western troops in Ukraine if the fighting once ends. Well, of course, that's an empty promise, because Russia won't tolerate that, and we can't have a peace process without, etc. This war is becoming very nasty. Ukraine's security services launched a massive attack on Russia called Operation Spiderweb back in June, targeting 5 Russian air bases: Belaya, Diaglevo, Ivano-Srevny, Olnia, and Ukrainka. I mean, huge attack. They destroyed military aircraft, but it came with a strategic risk. It was thumbing their nose at Russia, so Russia retaliated. And of course, on September the 7th of this year, like a couple of days ago, Russia launched the largest aerial assault of the war. 810 drones and missiles fired across multiple regions of Ukraine. They hit the cabinet building in Kiev. You know what that is? You know, this whole thing, how you say it indicates what you're for. Kiev, if you're pro-Russian. Kiev, if you're pro-Ukrainian. Well, I mean, Kiev is the traditional Western pronunciation, but all the newsreaders have switched to the Ukrainian pronunciation, the more obscure pronunciation, Kiev. Anyway, never mind. I mean, why not? We're all political, aren't we? So we're going to have ongoing Vietnam in Europe. There's no victory anywhere. Russia takes territory at the rate of a snail. At the rate of the snail, it garners new territory. This is a kind of process of humiliation. Be asking Ukraine to recognize Russian sovereignty over Donetsk, Luhansk, the Donbass, and Crimea. I mean, it's not necessary, is it? It's not necessary. Russia occupies and will control those inevitably forever. So why do we have to rub Ukraine's noses in the dirt? Just let Ukraine continue to claim them. We don't have to humiliate Ukraine, do we, in any peace settlement? But we need a peace settlement. And Russia is not interested. I mean, it's so easy. Russia can get most of its cherries, pluck all of its plums off the tree. It can, you know, butter up its buddy in President Trump, and away it goes. It's got everything. But no. It's once ongoing misery and war. It won't have peace talks. I'm talking about the Next Century Foundation, submitted a proposal to the United Nations on Ukraine, essentially seeking an armistice. Beautiful word. Why we don't have it more? Buggers, ceasefires. Armistice. Ceasefires are meaningless, you know, because it means pause, back to war. Pause, back to war. Armistice is a permanent ceasefire. And why humiliate Ukraine in that context? So have an armistice, have a permanent ceasefire, let Ukraine continue to claim the territories it no longer holds. Russia holds them, let Russia have them. It's an armistice, so you have a ceasefire line, you have an end to war. Come on. I mean, are we going to bite chunks out of each other forever? With the European-Vietnam War? How many fight to the last Ukrainian? That seems to be what Russia's objective is. And Russia is cutting off its nose to spite its face. Pride. Putin's pride. He is a little man if he hasn't got the courage to take what is effectively his victory and declare peace, instead of sending more Russian boys to their death. Zelensky? Not particularly fond of Zelensky. I mean, it's a war cabinet. They haven't had elections. And if there were elections, he probably wouldn't win anymore. Awful lot of death to cope with for Ukrainians. But here's what it is. I'll invite him to Moscow for peace talks. Peace talks in Turkey or something. Anywhere. Moscow? Suicide for Zelensky to go to Moscow. Oh, bless you, President Putin. But then you never did intend him to come, did you? That's why you made that offer. Yeah. Like the map here. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. But you can't accept it, or he's dead. Honestly. We need peace in Ukraine. It's a distraction. Putin is becoming like Netanyahu, you know? War for the sake of war, just to keep me in power. Oh, come on. Enough already. Peace for the sake of peace, because the world is weary. And we could be more helpful as a coalition of the willing. A lot of tub-thumping, warmongering. We're not going to go to war with Russia. So why all this Tarzan, you, Jane, thumping our chests, building up the testosterone? I mean, Keir Starmer is an embarrassment. He's putting nuclear bombs on British jets now. An embarrassment. No, we need action for peace in Ukraine, and right quickly, in the name of Jesus Christ. Pressure needs to go on from Putin, from his friends, Donald Trump. I think you can do it. So do it. Rein him in. It's time. The world is exhausted with war. Exhausted. Okay, one another. God bless you. And thank you for listening to this. God bless. Many thanks. Bye for now.